Well, today there is enough evidence to take an Albuquerque police sergeant to trial for blowing through a red light, hitting another car, and killing a young woman. The ruling came after a preliminary hearing where the victim's younger sister, who is still in a wheelchair, testified about what happened. News 13's Tina Jensen was in the courtroom. Tina?
Dick, none of the witness testimony backed up what Sergeant Adam Casal says he was doing that night when he was on his way home from a late-night visit with his wife. 19-year-old Lindsay Browder, now in a wheelchair from a broken spine, took the stand and recalled what happened after 1 a.m. back on February 10th. Lindsay had picked up her older sister Ashley from a downtown bar.
We had small talk, and then I was talking to her, and by the time we got to I-40, I looked over and she was sleeping.
That would be the last time she talked to her 21-year-old sister. Minutes later, Sergeant Adam Casals barreled through a red light at Paseo and Eagle Ranch in his police SUV at nearly 20 miles per hour over the speed limit, killing Ashley and injuring Lindsay.
The last thing I remember is just going through the green light at the intersection right before the crosswalk. And then I don't remember anything until the hospital.
Investigators say the off-duty cop left the Bernalillo County Dispatch Center in the Heights where he was visiting his wife at about 1:24 a.m. 8 minutes later, the fatal crash 8.5 miles down Paseo was called into that same dispatch center. No witnesses today could corroborate what Casals told investigators that night, that he was chasing a suspected drunk driver and that he had his siren on.
Were there any other vehicles out there that you saw?
No, not that I can recall.
Just you and the police vehicle?
Yes, sir.
Did you ever hear a siren?
No. Judge Kenneth Martinez today decided to formally charge Casals with vehicular homicide and causing great bodily harm.
There is probable cause to believe that the defendant has committed those offenses to which he has been charged.
Mr. Casals, do you want to say anything about the charges?
In an impromptu arraignment, Casals pleaded not guilty to the charges. In the past, the police chief has said officers indicted for felonies will be fired, but a decision hasn't been made yet on Casals. He's still suspended with pay. Back to you.
Okay, Tina, Sergeant Casals faces up to 9 years in prison if he's convicted. He has until Friday to turn himself into the jail where he will be booked and then released on bond.